Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 46th Annual Stadium Review. Tonight, we showcase our marching band repertoire from this year's Friday night football games and band festivals. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the award-winning North Hills High School Marching Band, the band of pride, tradition, and excellence, led in performance by drum major Brenton Perkins. once again, welcome and thank you for joining the band tonight in celebration of its annual Stadium Review. Tonight, the band opened with God Bless America in honor of the Veterans Day holiday and our brave men and women who proudly serve this country each day. The 21-22 Better Together Marching Band began its year with the traditional Get Acquainted and Rookie Nights. During our summer band schedule, we worked hard to learn music and prepare the drill to our march show as well as our pregame. This year, our week of camp at Camp Conakry was filled with hard work and excitement leading up to our Friday night performance. Throughout this season, the band has performed for football games and numerous band festivals, as well as the Kennywood Fall Fantasy Parade. We look forward to performing in the City of Pittsburgh's Veterans Day Parade next Thursday, which will be held downtown. The band will also be traveling to Walt Disney World this spring to march down Main Street, USA. The students and staff have dedicated hundreds of hours to rehearsing, memorizing music, marching, and performing their routines. This hard work and commitment has helped to make the 21-22 Better Together Marching Band a group that continues to strive for the pride, tradition, and excellence that makes us North Hills. Pre-game 2021 opened with All Up Boys and Light 'Em Up. Released in February of 2013, it announced the band's official reformation to the radio world. This is All Up Boys and Light 'Em Up. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our great nation and the men and women who defend it each and every day by joining the band in singing our national anthem. And please remain standing for the North Hills High School alma mater.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight for our stadium review. It's so wonderful to be back. Tonight is a special night for all of us, and it stands as one of the pillars, the three pillars that frame our season, along with Friday night at band camp and our band festival, which feel like a long time ago. In addition to sharing with you the many pieces that have made up our marching band season, we will recognize our varsity letter recipients and, at the end of the night, our seniors. We'd like to thank all of our many administrators and school board members whose support allows us to do what we do for our students, for our school, and for our community. And tonight we have with us our high school principal, Mr. Kevin McKiernan, who I know supports everything these students do. Can you help me in thanking him and all of our administrators? Tonight we will perform more music than any other time this year, even Friday night at camp. As you are listening, I invite you to remember that all of these pieces are memorized. Notice that you'll see very little of the staff tonight. I'm just giving them a little time as they transition between the shows. This is a student-led organization, and these students are performing here together for you. Realize that very few of these students will major in music. That is not why we do this. But they will take with them to whatever they choose to do an understanding of excellence, the experience of setting goals, both individual and group, and then meeting them. An improved work ethic that is second to none. Many of you have watched our rehearsals. A grit and a perseverance that has been galvanized from the last year and a half. Problem solving, creative and interpersonal skills that universities and employers are looking for, and friendships, opportunities, and memories that will last their lifetime. And all of this happens through an extraordinary peer group studying the essential art form of music. That's what brings us together, which has proven time and time again to increase achievement inside and outside of the classroom. It's a pretty amazing opportunity if you ask all of us. And so I congratulate these students for what they continue to accomplish together, and we're going to continue tonight's stadium review with the march. Thank you so much for coming and enjoying our student successes.
If there was ever a ride in the world that was engraved into our brain, it would be this one. A celebration of all cultures around the world. It's a Small World has been a favorite of everyone since Disney's beginning. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware it's a small world after all.
Okay, we had to make ourselves a little bit of room down here to be able to present our varsity letters. The student letters in marching band after they performed with the group for 2 seasons. Now these students that we're going to recognize right now have had an especially challenging path. As rookies, they were able to do very little. that we normally have. If you remember, and especially if you're a second-year parent, we didn't ride any buses. We didn't march any drill. We did a run-on. It took until, it seems like so long ago, but it took until the last game that our students actually could be on the field together for that one and only time. We even did band camp in pods. And I know for our families and for our rookie students, because being a rookie family is also being a rookie, that this year was again like being a rookie in terms of the amount that you had to learn. But these students continued on and these families continued on and allowed that potential to become this reality. There were so many new things. I've joked with the band, we've joked with the band for a while that we didn't look so great or sound so great in June. And even we were talking about that just as we're warming up in the LGI room. And you can see what they look and sound like now. But we talked just last night that all these things are simply choices. 46 years ago, we started doing a stadium review, and it's been a choice of the people that make up this group to continue that. 7 years ago, we went to band camp at Conakry for the first time. And these students chose to go back and to spend that time learning how to live that way. When these things easily at this time, we could have chosen to not. 40 years ago, our seniors, for those of you that are alumni of the program, decided that it would be important and that our baseline would be that we would be on time and we'd warm up properly and tune carefully and be prepared, that we'd make positive contributions at all time and maintain the traditions of the band and live with respect, discipline, involvement, and responsibility. In that class of 1982, every class since has passed that on and decided that yes, these things are important. So these students are just making choices as to how they want to live and how they want to spend that time together. And I can't commend them enough, especially these second-year members, for the choices that they've made to persevere. And so that they can create this by learning how to work together and live together again. So we're going to recognize, our varsity letter winners. Kids, you can come on down and we'll stretch you out across the front here. And we'll give them a round of applause at the end. From our flute section, Rowan Snohawk. From our flute section, Madeline Masucci. From our flute section, Hannah Grabline. And from our flute section, Corey Chen. From our clarinet section, Natalie Graco. From our clarinets, Milo Collins. From our clarinets, Emma Lewis. From our clarinets, Addison Corbel. Over to our saxophones, Jaden Waterloo. Nathan Johnson. Tyler Hollenbeck. And Ben Hartog. And David Zabinski. Eli Dickin, also from our saxophone section. Lots of saxophones. Wonderful. From our drum line, Justin Masucci. Over to our trumpets, Liam Van Dyke. Maddie Fine. Elena Seifert. Daniel Satariano. Still in our trumpet section, Nina Russo. Hannah Reynolds. Olivia Miller. Johnny Geraci. And Liam Cunningham. From our librarians, Lena Metzler. I had to look around because you never know where our librarians are going to be, and that's that's in a good way. They're always taking care of something. So I had no idea where we were going to find Lena. So she was close by this time. Over to our trombone section, senior Luke Bender. Yep, Rowan, you have the right idea. Let's all slide down. Right flank, forward march 8. That should take care of it. From our baritones, Joe Miller. Landon Schmidt. Over to our flags, Elena Mayen. Zoe Deneen. And back to our tuba section, Chloe Johnson. Hayden Hackermer. And senior Anthony Bach. Almost there. And that should have given us time. I'm used to not using the microphone. And that should have given us time to get everybody down. Can we have one more round of applause, please? One of your seats, you have 37 seconds. Whoever doesn't have a seat, you're out.
As our students get back up on stage, just a reminder that our flags and major will be performing in the aisles, so be careful if you do have to leave the auditorium for an emergency. Thank you. For senior night this year, the band transported you back to Camp Conquet. As our students celebrated the opportunity to return to our summer home, they came together and sang this 1968 original pop smash, Hooked on a Feeling. The seniors asked everyone in the audience to join along and give us your best Ooga Chaka.
As we said earlier, this is one of the pillars, the final pillars of our marching band season. Band camp and even our festival seemed a long time ago, and the season goes very, very fast once school starts. And we're a very different group now. And so as we celebrate our season and we finish here in a moment, we also are looking ahead. And this is by no means an end, it's simply a change of season. We take the lessons that we've learned from marching band, which is the heart of our program, to our concert and jazz groups. And in the spring, we'll bring back the musical skills to marching band from our spring performance tour and next year's marching band. We work together and we grow together. With that in mind, normally I would remind you that our tour commitment forms are due, but we had to do that earlier in a hurry as we've been learning the requirements to be able to travel together. And we've never had this happen before, but every single student in the entire marching band, we're usually close. Every single student turned in that commitment form. So we're extremely excited to be taking this entire group to perform in Orlando together. And I know that our seniors, you were very different people, but remember coming around that corner onto Main Street, and it's quite a feeling as you guys just sang about. So we've very much been taking the things on our calendar, but one step at a time because of all the new families, like we said. So tomorrow in class, in the buildings, we'll have the field trip form for our Veterans Day Parade, as Mr. Thomas said, is next Thursday. And we'll have details in the newsletter about that, flags and majorettes you can stop in, and I'll also send it out through the remind. So we're trying to just take things one step at a time, but that's next Thursday. And we also have our playoff game on Friday. We haven't decided which show we're going to do yet, but I think we have plenty of time to figure that out, and we look forward to, I know our students can perform any of our shows at this point in the year, so we look forward to being back at Martorelli for that gift. With that, we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our chaperones, everyone on our uniform committee, our hospitality committees, all these people, Beth and James Johnson. They do so much for our students behind the scenes that I think even as parents you can imagine, but you just don't know. You don't know when that your kid's button popped off and there was that parent there to take care of your kids just like you would take care of one of them. And so if we can have a moment for everyone that is a chaperone this season on our uniform committee or our hospitality committee, would you just stand and allow all of us to please thank you. Kids, even if you wouldn't imagine this, your parents are really fun people. And I know the staff has very much enjoyed traveling with all of them and spending time with them. We'd also like to thank all of our alumni that continue to come back to performance like this. We're honored that you continue to be with us and to support us that way. There is a CD being made of tonight, so look in your newsletter. We do every year, and so it's a wonderful keepsake. Encourage you to get one for your family, and so that order form will be in your newsletter this Saturday, this weekend, and it'll be due back to the NHIPA boxes in a couple of days. We have our 50-50 that we're going to pull really quickly. We actually have two of those. Anyone, are you 18 yet, Cecily? Who's 18 around here? Seniors? Come on now, Maggie, you're the closest person. Let's go. Can you hold that for me? Okay, so we have our 50-50, and do you know what that's worth for tonight? $288 for coming to State and Review tonight. You want to read the number? It's kind of a big deal.
862601.
Any takers? If it's the Knox family, we'll know it's fixed. We want to get someone. Anyone? Do we have a hand out there? Read it one more time, Maggie. That sometimes works for me.
862601.
We got one back there, and you can see the NHIPA band right in the back. And we're also offering some instrument art at each one of our events. And so we have a white ticket in here. And are the names on these? Yes, Rodina family. So Mrs. Rodina, you can see again the NHIPA in the back there. Thank you so much. for coming tonight. We're extremely proud of what our students are doing for each other and for the community, and what they've accomplished this year in some of the most challenging of times. And with that, we know that the future is very, very bright, both for the band, but most importantly, for these students. And so we talk very often that it has nothing to do with music. It's about how we live. And if we do that well, then we have a chance at having a band that we can be proud of. So thank you for investing in this worthwhile experience for them. Come Together show, is that right? Enjoy the rest of the
No matter where we are, we always, as a band, come together to play great music. From Beatles to Bernstein, we cover many musical genres. We begin our Come Together show with Born to Be Wild, originally performed by Steppenwolf. The idea for the next arrangement began last year, but wasn't able to be put on the field because of the pandemic. The band of 2022 proudly dedicates this song to the band members who are unable to be with us tonight. And when the broken-hearted people living in a world agree, there will be an answer. Let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer. Let it be. our students realize the precious gift of time spent together with their band. We share the title song of the theme of this show, Come Together With You Tonight. Featured will be Anthony Smith on bass, trombonist Landon Perez, Luke Nutter, Josh Kim, and Lucas Clement. Since the 1980s, the music of Leonard Bernstein has been an important legacy of the North Hills Band program. This year, our seniors with their band performed a version of Tonight from West Side Story, as they did their rookie year with their seniors. Thank you again for your continued dedication and support of our students and music in our schools throughout the decades. Ladies and gentlemen, 21-22, North Hills High School Marching Band. Again, we thank you for coming this evening to share in the hard work and accomplishments of the students of the Better Together Marching Band. Please remain in your seats until the seniors have exited to the lobby.